welcome to PropCoach, and today I want to talk to you about why sellers should have an exclusive real estate agent, or in some other countries even called a negotiator, for example here in Malaysia. So as we are recording this from Malaysia, exclusivity is not a very common thing. The mostly used way of selling properties is through open listings. And while in countries like in the United States and in Canada and most countries in Europe, it's very normal just to have an exclusive agreement with your agent, countries like Malaysia, exclusivity has to be earned first. And this goes through the negotiations between the agent and negotiator and eventually the seller. And sellers have quite an interesting, most sellers have quite an interesting way of thinking about exclusivity. Most sellers actually give listings to multiple agents of multiple companies in the hope to create some kind of competition, and in that case see if agents would come with multiple buyers and maybe try to get some kind of bidding war. So in this case, maybe in a very high selling market this could work, but I can tell you from experience being a real estate agent and now in the coaching business, talking with a lot of agents, it's not very effective. You have just to look at it as in any other industry. If you hire your accountant or your lawyer, are you giving your cases to multiple lawyers at the same time, seeing whoever gets the best benefits for you from a contract wins? It's not really the same thing. It's all about trust and also performance. So as an agent, are you able to sell to your seller that you can perform? It's about basically telling your seller, well, listen, I got this plan of selling your property, and the chances that we're going to achieve it are pretty high based on what I've been doing in the past, based on the results that I have, and on my experience, and also that I'm pretty highly trained. So this must give some confidence to the seller. Question is, you as a seller, what kind of benefits are there for you choosing an agent exclusively rather than just picking a few agents and seeing which one is capable of selling it for you? So to give a clear point in why you should appoint an exclusive agent, there's first few things that you have to really consider. In any market or industry, there are good people, and unfortunately, there are very bad people. And you, as any other person in any industry, will not always recognize the difference, right? So, what do you need to do? Well, clearly, you have to figure it out. And by figure it out, I mean you have to ask the right questions. So, rather than just picking a few agents and seeing who is going to do the work for you, why don't you invest some time and really sit with an agent and ask him some very good questions? Because at the end of the day, it's all about the motivation of the agent in wanting to selling your property, but not only selling it, also selling it at the highest price. Because price is always a very important thing when it comes to real estate. So I just wanted to tell you, if you are really serious in selling your property, I mean motivated in selling your property, I can tell you for sure that you will not have a lot of results if you just give it to a bunch of agents. It's better to select the right agent. And by selecting the right agent, I mean the agent that fits you, that fits your needs and fits what you are looking for. Because every agent is unique, every agent has his specialties, every agent has his capabilities in the market, and you have just to find the right fit. And you have to trust him. If you don't trust him, don't work with him, even if it's an open listing. I mean, people just like to work with the people they like. It's that simple. And you also have to give them some kind of trust, because you have to motivate him. It's just with an open listing, if you give them the open listing, trust me, they're not going to waste any time or even money in trying to sell this property for you. It's just a waste of time. And in this case, I made this special video just to make sure you understand of selecting an agent, what kind of questions should you ask your agent before you appoint him? First of all, what I would ask any agent before he is able to sell mine is ask him, how long have you been in the business? Did you have any training? Do you work with a company that provides you any training? Can you show me some past results of the area that we are actually in? Because sometimes the people that you're talking to are not even specialized in whatever they're trying to sell. I mean, if you're selling something in the commercial sector and you're sitting across somebody that's only selling residential, well, you clearly have the wrong person. So it's very important that you ask these questions to understand that who are you dealing with? Who is this agent? What can he do for you? Did he have any past results? Because you're looking for the best. So make sure you make clear, who am I speaking with? Second thing that I will ask him is, listen, I'm willing to give you this property for an exclusive period, right? But the most important thing to me is that you sell it. I want to sell it. And I know by selling it, it has to be sellable. So to make it sellable, please tell me, as you are the experienced agent, what do you think of my property? Do you think it's the right price? Do you think that the conditions are right? Or do you think that I have to maybe sell not now, maybe later, maybe the market will pick up later? And just listen to your agent and listen to his advice. See what he says. If he has no clue, he says, well, maybe, or he says, well, let me find out. Well, this guy is clearly not very well prepared for this meeting. But if you have an agent that comes back to you and says, well, listen, we have been selling quite a bit over the past 2 months. I think this is the right time and the market is picking up quite a bit. So I think this is a good time to jump into it right now. Or even if you have an agent that says, well, listen, you have a good point and maybe you should wait a year before you start selling, and then once the market picks up, you put it on the market. Wow, you got somebody there that's really putting the value into you. So another question that's very important to ask is, listen, what's your marketing action plan? So what is this agent marketing-wise going to do to sell your property? Again, if an agent says, well, listen, we're going to put it on a portal and then, we're going to see if we can get some leads. Wrong guy. Portals, the conversion rate of getting the right lead through the portals is not that very high. Again, on a very high selling market, could be a little bit different, but times are different right now. So you want to have somebody that has multiple sources of leads coming in. So somebody that can get clients multiple ways and has a big network. So make sure you talk with somebody that tells you, well, listen, we're going to do the portals, but we also have our network. We're going to do some email marketing. We're going to do an open house. We're going to put a sign. We're going to invest in a board. We're going to do different kind of way, and I'm going to invest at least 10% of the commission that I'm going to make into this property. Well, now you have somebody that's really investing in your property to get it sold. Yes? And finally, I think one last question is really important. And this is a question that not really matter in how you ask it or what time frame you ask it, but it's basically telling your agent, well, listen, I'm feeling that we could work together, but I just want you to be upfront with me, right? You want them to be honest with you. You want to basically just know where you're standing, right? So just ask your agent, listen, can you just give me a weekly report on what's going on? Show me how many calls did you get, how many viewings, how many people did you talk to about this property, and on a weekly basis, let's just have a short chat. Let's have every week at least one call or maybe 2 calls a week, and after 2 weeks, I'm going to have a meeting with you just to discuss strategy or see what the possibilities are. That way, you really get the ball rolling, because you want this agent to invest real time and effort in selling your property. And in this case, you will be only able to motivate him by appointing him exclusively to do that. So the main reason is motivation. It's really the key of telling your agent, listen, I trust you. I think you're the best guy for this. Now you show me you can deliver. You show me you can perform. Second part is You want to have somebody that protects your interests. Trust me, people with open listings are not protecting you because they're rushing to get the deal. And if they're rushing to get the deal, they will use their negotiation skills to manipulate you. They're not working for you, they're working for the deal. You don't want that. You want them to work for you. You want them to get the highest price possible. And to do that, you have to trust them and you have to tell them, listen, here you have it exclusive, but I want you to get the best and the best and highest deal. And at the end of the day, you want just to work with somebody professional. So you want somebody that follow-ups with you, that sends you a weekly report, and make sure that whatever is going on, he's just going to be fair and square with you. I mean, even if it's bad news. I mean, nobody likes bad news, but at the end of the day, if there are some things that have to be changed to the property, or even to the price, or even to any other thing, you want them to be upfront with you, because these small changes can mean that at the end of the day, your property gets sold. Yeah? So, like I said, whoever is watching this, I'm making this video in Malaysia, where it's not a common thing that people give their, especially sellers, don't give their property exclusively to their agents, but they have to start doing it. They have to start trusting the people. They have to start trusting the system. And like I said, there are good people and there are bad people, but find the good people. And if these good people can deliver, they will definitely perform for you much better than just giving your listing to a bunch of people. So I hope I gave you some clear points. I wish you good luck, and I hope to see you the next time. See you. Bye-bye.